back to Legal Edge YouTube channel. This is Urvashi, and today we are going to discuss 2 months preparation strategy for SLS AIAT 2026. So, for all the people who had already started your preparation or are in mid preparation and do not know how to carry forward with this preparation for another 2 months or to how to start with the preparation for 2 months, you are at the right place. So, in today's video, we are going to discuss that only that how to what basically to do every day or in these 2 months to basically gear up your preparation. So, for the ones who already are aware of the examination and for the ones who are not, I'm just going to carry out a small overview of how what the examination is, how the pattern is before moving forward. So, let's get forward with it. Overview of the examination. So basically, SLS AIAT is an examination conducted by SLS Pune for their admission into their 3-year LLB program. The exam is going to be CBT based, computer based test. The application has already started rolling on, and the last date for the application is 30th November 2025. So if you have not already filled the form, it is the right time. Don't wait for the very last date to fill the form. Very carefully, you can fill your forms now. Moving towards next eligibility criteria. So the eligibility criteria here is that candidate must have completed their undergraduate degree by a recognized university or an institution of national importance. Now the minimum marks through which they would have so the minimum marks for the purpose of undergraduate degree for general category is going to be 45% and for SC and ST category it's going to be 40%. So if you fit into the eligibility criteria, you can move forward with the exam. The exam pattern, one of the most important thing to understand these are the part of the exams that you need to prepare on, and the different strategy for each of these section is what we are going to discuss further in the video. Now it is divided into two parts, two very important parts. First one is your written examination, which is going to be of 70 marks, and your personal interaction, that is a personal interview session. All right. So for written assessment also it is divided into three very important parts. One is your subjective section, which is going to be for 40 marks, and the most heavy weighted section, I would say. There's going to be two descriptive essays that you need to write, 20 marks, containing 20 marks each, and you need to complete the same in 65 minutes. This is a task, though. When you know a topic and how to understand that particular topic, how to put it in your words in a very structured manner, and how to type it down in time is a part of strategy that you need to follow. And how to cover exactly that is we are going to discuss in few 2 minutes only. All right. Now the second part is your objectives section. It is 10 multiple choice question that is going to be on current affairs, the current legal and current knowledge, reading comprehension, and legal reasoning. This section would go for 20 minutes, and last but not the least, a psychometric test. Although this particular, so what exactly psychometric test and how to prepare for it, we are going to discuss that as well in the next part of the video. So even if you have not started your preparation, here you will know how to start with these topics. Moving at the second very important part is personal interview. Although it seems a little far to prepare for it right now, but believe me, it's also one of the very important parts for which you need to start preparing as of now. All right. First and the most important, essay writing. Now, essay writing is something that requires a lot of preparation to be able to think about the topics, to be able to know about the facts, to be able to write those facts in front of you. Suppose if today, for all the people who are watching me, if I give you a topic, uniform civil code, what do you know about it? Write an essay about it. Now, there would be multiple thoughts coming into your mind. For some of the people, there would be little less thoughts coming as well because you have not read through that topic very in a manner where you know that you have to write an essay about it. So that type of reading is required for you right now. How to do that is through newspaper and legal journals that you're going to read every day from now onwards, that will help you frame those thoughts, that will help you gather those facts that you need to write in those essays to get that brownie points for yourself. All right. So every day read newspaper, every day read legal journals. Now where exactly to read them from is from the Hindu or the Indian Express or Live Means. These are the newspapers that you can refer to basically go through the important news of the day. That will help you frame your thoughts better and get a better pattern out of it. Second is genre based reading. So this is a two-way help for you. One is in this particular section, and another one is the next session that we are going to discuss. That is through current affairs as well for your objective type preparation. So basically, Here, what we are doing is we are reading genre-based reading of social, political, and legal issues, all three of them. So nothing is left for you where a topic would come in the examination that you know nothing about and had to think a lot about. So for that holistic view of of the preparation of certain different social, political, and legal issue, this diversified reading, that is diversified genre, these diversified genre reading is really, really important. Now, once you've read through, so these articles will not cover all of the points that you need for your essay. So how do we do that? Pick out 3 to 4 important topics every week, and on those important topics, do your own research. Find out the facts, the positive, the negative points of the video, negative points around that. You can do it through videos, you can do it through various YouTube channels as well. On Legalist channel, there's videos uploaded. You can go through them as well. So to basically understand the holistic view, you need to research it by yourself. All right. So that is what you need to do for at least 3 to 4 research topics in a week. All right. Now moving towards next is at least write one essay per day. Now this might seem like that it is very easy when you know about a topic through these methods, to write them down is easier as well. But when you think about, so as I've said, uniform civil code, what are the thoughts on that? Now the positive, the negative, the facts about it, then introduction, and then your analysis over it and the conclusion. These are the structured way in which you need to present your essay in. So to be able to gather your thoughts into that structured manner, you need to think about it and you need to practice them in writing. That's what you need to do. So at least one essay on these contemporary legal or political issue you need to write. All right. Next, sorry. Next is the structure. On the introduction, the main body, and the conclusion that I just explained is how you're going to cover it. Moving towards also how to check if you have written your thoughts in a correct manner, if you're not too biased towards one side, because you need to prepare a holistic view in the essay. So how do you do that? You can you can take help from your teachers, from your mentors, I would say, and they will help you. Next is the objective section. I know my throat is is not little well, but yes, objective section. So here we are covering 3 to 4 most important parts. One is your current affairs and current legal development. This could include your landmark judgments, your important government bodies, your contemporary issues regarding social political topics. So this is the one key current area where objective marks would be covered. Second is your current legal development in legal concept. Now, why legal concept exactly? Because these current legal developments, when you read through, no, they will also contain certain topics. So if I could ask you what is fundamental rights that are included in that particular article, so now you to need, for you to be able to understand those legal development, you should know what fundamental rights are, what DPSP mean, directive principle of state policy. So these very small concepts are very important for you to understand these legal development. That's why it's important to cover them as well. Next is reading comprehension. So basically, practice reading comprehension is something which is we have known from childhood itself. So this is something you will think is very easy, but when you will analyze those level of reading comprehension, you will solve it with a timer-based practice. You will analyze your wrong and right answer. You'll see that there's certain points, certain areas, certain topics maybe that you need to work on to be able to understand those reading, to be able to understand those reading comprehensions, to be able to analyze them and answer those questions very correctly. So this is one point that we can work on moving forward. Now, how to do them? So covering daily current affairs is one part. Another part is basically revising them as well. So if you have read about Uniform Civil Code one time and you have not revised it, then to be able to remember those while you are solving your paper could be a little difficult. So do revise them. Now, what are the sources that you can refer to? So on Legal Edge YouTube channel as well. So on the Legal Edge YouTube channel, there are videos as well. On the websites as well, you'll see that there are weekly, monthly, and daily compendiums uploaded. You can refer to that. Otherwise, you can also refer to, so specifically, I would say for legal part, you can refer to these websites, Live Law, PRS India, Bar and Bench. They would be very helpful. They have these articles on them that you can read and get uh, all the updates about current legal development and current legal concepts. All right. Also, as I've multiple times referred, you can also refer to the YouTube channel. There are also videos uploaded. Next is your psychometric test. So now psychometric, what exactly is a psychometric test? So it's a test, personality assessment test basically to, so they give you certain situations where you need to use your own judgment to answer the questions. And so here in every other part, other section that we dealt with, I said to prepare for them beforewards. Here I would say you need to refrain yourself from doing certain things. So overthinking about your responses, being too right about it, or thinking, okay, this is a particular situation, what right answer should be exactly in this particular situation. So that overthinking might tweak your answers in a way where you're not representing your actual personality. So it's better that you practice these tests beforewards only, so you know that you're not doing this, that is trying to manipulate answers. Just be consistent with what your personality is and how to answer them. Now, the second part, that is the personal interview. So, personal interview might seem like something it's all right for you to like you'd be able to answer sitting before the interviewers, but it might not seem like because I have attended a personal interview myself about entrance exams itself, and when I sat on the table and I was told to explain myself in 2 to 3 minutes, I think to put my personality and introduction in just 2 to 3 minutes, I took time to frame those words. So that does not happen for you. Do prepare for it beforewards as well. Right now, try to explain, keep it very crisp and concise to explain yourself in those 2 to 3 words, making it relevant for the interview that you're going to be presented of, making it relevant to the examination that you are giving an interview for. All right. So the basic questions that could be around it is why you're pursuing law, why do you want to pursue law from SLS Pune itself, and around your personality, your experiences. Something can be asked around legal concepts as well. So do revise them and be aware of certain legal concepts before you go for the interview. So these are certain tips that you can work on from right now. How to test you're ready for the interview. Maybe go sit before the mirror, sit before your friends or parents or family members or your mentors, teachers, and just try to give an interviewer, let them ask you certain questions that might surprise you. And when you answer those questions, I think you would be ready. You will understand when you're ready for the interview. If you get stuck at it, maybe you need to prepare for more. Now, what is exactly that you need to do in these two particular months to ace that examination? One, so I've divided your strategy into 2 months. One is October. There are certain tasks, necessary tasks that you need to complete in October. One is starting with at least two essay per week and one or two RCs every day that you need to practice on, that you need to work on. If you once you start doing that, you'll understand that okay, these are my weaknesses, these are my strong points, these type of essay I'm getting stuck in. Suppose it's suppose in reading comprehension, certain economics passages are there that you don't understand that you can answer off. So you know now that you can practice and work upon. So this month, this is what you can do. Now also, right now we are not type. If you're not, if you are at a stage of preparation where you are not writing those essays, when you're not typing it down in front of your computer, I think now is the right time for you to start reading, reading about reading as many as you can about legal developments, about social political issues, writing them down in an essay way, and also typing it down as well to test your typing speeds and work on it. All right. Now, cover the basic concepts of law right now and recent legal developments. Start reading about it, even if you've started right now, just go forward with it. Start reading about it. The more you read, the more you'll get to know about it, and the more it will help you basically frame your answers or answer objective type questions. So, if you've not started it, or if you're a person who've already started it, maybe gear it up more. Start noticing those small legal concepts in between, those intricacies involved in those legal development that you read through, understand the meaning, understand those phrases, and remember them. That is how you can work on it as of now. Now, for current affairs, how to, if you're at any stage of preparation that you're at, you can start from the latest month that you've not covered. So, from the latest, go towards the oldest month. Try to cover all the important current affairs that you have right now in this particular month only. Try to cover maximum current affairs in this particular month so we can move towards revision in the next month. All right. Now, the very, very important part is AIAT. Mocks. Mocks are the ones, all this preparation would go into vain if you don't test it out on the mock examination. If you don't test out that while I would be preparing for that examination, what is the closest that I can attempt and understand what my weaknesses and strength are. So this is what is closest to your final D-Day examination that you can attempt and understand what your strengths and weaknesses are. Do attempt at least one mock each week and analyze it properly. So 50% is how you attend it, 50% is what you analyze out of it and improve on. Okay. Now, the next part, now we are very near examination. So, what exactly we need to do in November month? First is increase the frequency of the mock. So, now you're going to give at least practice with one essay per week in a timer based practice. So, earlier we are only putting those thoughts into putting those thoughts into words and writing it down or typing it down. But now, what we are exactly doing is doing it in a very time based manner. So, we know that we have exactly this much time in the examination and we need to complete our essay in this particular amount of time. So if you are very far around the time, then maybe identify your strength. All right, identify how much you can, what time does you take to write a particular essay. Reduce it, reduce that time by 2 to 3 minutes, then 4 minutes, and 5 minutes, and slowly try to come on the time that is designated to you in the examination. Okay, don't hurry through it that I'll complete all of it in the given time and you're not able to analyze your thoughts properly or put them into words into that particular time and it starts messing with you. Don't do that. Do it in a slow and practiced manner where you're lowering that time with some minutes at a time, practicing through it, and then again working on it. All right. Now, analyzing, if you're writing that essay, now you need to analyze that what is the understanding that you're gaining there and what is the structure that you're following. Is it right or not? And work on it. Now, next is your now psychometric assessment need to be done thrice a week. Earlier, we used to practice them twice a week. Now, start with doing it thrice a week. Okay. Focus on the revision of the topics that you have already covered in current affairs. So, last one that we have prepared the strategy on was about covering the current affairs from latest to oldest. Now it's about also revising, as I've told you earlier in the session as well, that just reading a topic once would not serve the purpose. To know facts about it, to write them, to get that extra points, you should be able to revise them as well. So whatever research topics that you have, whatever current affairs or notes you have made, now is the time to revise them. Also revise your mistakes, adding a point to it, because sometimes you forget after making mistakes. The more mistakes you revise and not repeat, the better your chances are that you're not going to repeat those in your final examination as well. So do remember that you need to note and revise your mistakes as well. Also, now we are not going to increase the frequency of the mocks to 2 mocks per week at least. So we are able to get the experience and analyze it more in this particular month. That is all for the month of November. Now, since we have a little bit less curated, like less test series that is curated towards this particular examination with a well-researched mocks, so Legal has also launched an advanced mock test series that you can refer to. There are 5+ mocks here. There are 50+ key essay topics and more. The link is in the description box, so you can do go and explore it and see for yourself. All right. Moving towards the final advice. Stay confident, stay calm, stay focused on your goal. All right. So, goal is in front of you at whatever stage of preparation you are in. It's completely all right. You have a plan in front of you that I've told you. Go forward with it. Be consistent about it. And be calm about it as well. So you know that, okay, if I'm consistently preparing for it, if I'm doing hard work for it, it is achievable. So, yes, keep your productivity up. All the very best for your examination. And if you did find the session useful for you, do like the video, do mention in comment section any other, so in the intricacies mentioned here, any other topics, any other tips and tricks that you need for your examination, and we would address that and that as well. Do subscribe to the channel and we'll be back with another video. All the very best.